frost date is actually April 15th. And it is April 21st today. We had some colder nights the last 3 nights, but it looks like we're in the clear. And I say this, and I probably won't be, and then I'll be scrambling to cover all my plants. But I think we're fine. My goal was to plant by like March 4th or 5th, but the weather looks good and we have some rain coming, so like be kind of good nutrients. What I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to map out where my basil, marigolds, flowers, and peppers are going to be, so then I can see what kind of space I have for all my tomato plants. I am not listening to spacing guidelines. I don't care about them. I listen to them and stuff does bad. I don't listen to them and stuff does good. I have a plant swap coming up, so I kind of got to organize what plants look really good and what are like my average looking plants I can take to the plant swap, and then the smaller ones just kind of like be going in the trash. Um, so right now I'm kind of figuring out where my basil is going. I got a bunch of basil from the farmer's market. I didn't. I have some basil growing this year, but it's really slow. So those will be, kind of be my backup. So this is sweet basil. I got this red Reuben. I've never done that. I also got magic basil. Hope it hope it does something exciting. Um, and the plants are kind of wimpy right now because they've been sitting out in the sun, but they'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. If a wasp buzzes me, I will go running, but don't worry, I come back. Okay, so this garden is my strawberry patch. It doesn't have a lot of space for extra items. I do onions kind of mixed in with the berries. That is a good natural insect deterrent. And then I put straw down to kind of keep the berries out of the dirt. So I don't know. I have two marigolds and a basil plant in there, and I'm kind of going over here. And like I said, the plants look wimpy right now because they they need they need water. Um, so I have two basil plants over there, and I actually might put more. I think I bought too much basil. Can you have too much basil? We're gonna find out. I did plant some zinnia seeds over here, but I might put a sweet basil over there. I really like these purpley ones, so I might like line that up. But I like don't want to put so many plants in that I don't have room for my tomatoes, which that can happen. Yes, I'm planting plants. If that's what that meant. Okay, going back over here. Okay, this one is an everleaf basil, and this one is a Thai basil. I already have a Thai basil over here, and I have a wild magic basil. I might put this ever leaf one in the back, and then it'll kind of help my. There's just too many choices. It might help my flowers not get eaten, or I put it over with my zinnias. Um, haven't decided. We'll put it back here. I think if anything, I will 100% plant my flowers today, and I literally chaos uh, garden my zinnias. They're gonna pop up. They're gonna just pop up everywhere. Like I'm wondering if I could almost sneak one of my basils in with my strawberries. But I think this one only has one basil plant. So maybe we sneak one. Might sneak this Thai basil. Might sneak this one in the back. And then I have all my little marigolds. But they need to go in the ground. They need to go in the ground. And there's a creepy crawly bug in there that I'm gonna ignore and hope he doesn't find me. Okay. Okay, happy Tuesday. I thought it was Monday, so it's kind of like a bonus day. I swear that better been a butterfly buzzing around my head. Can't do it. And I have to figure out where my pepper plants are going. And then I have one more marigold. I might sneak that one up. Because then I have over here, I have a dahlia plant that's literally getting eaten by slugs. So then I have that's just like a regular Prospera basil. Then I have a daisy plant. It's a painted daisy. And then I have marigold, 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 basil, basil, marigold, marigold, basil, marigold. It's a lot, but I I think so the years that like I listened to guidelines and spacings, I had a lot of issues. But then it's like these guys grew in this sidewalk crack and they're doing great. They literally grew in the crack of this sidewalk. They're Chadwick cherries. So, oh yeah, and I have to find a spot for my pepper plant. There's a wasp over there, and I'm just gonna pretend I don't see him. I'm trying to think of where I could put a pepper plant. I could put it way back there. I might put it back there. If I don't, grow the plant from seed, I tried to go to farmers market. Their stuff just seems healthier, and it's either the same price as big box stores or slightly cheaper. Like the basil plants I got from this guy that I always buy from in Franklin. Um, his basil plants were only $4 a piece, and at like Home Depot, Lowe's, you're looking at $5 to $6 a piece. And at a farmer's market, there's usually no tax, so that's kind of cool. Like if you pay cash. Um, so yes, I am a gardener. Thinking I might do the pepper plant right there. Haven't decided. I might just stick tomato plants out, even though I like it might not be the one that I put there. Ooh, but this guy is doing so good. It's actually two little guys. These were volunteer plants that literally were growing in the compost. I'm assuming, if I had to guess, this was either like a yellow cherry tomato or a Chadwick cherry, but I'm leaning towards a yellow cherry tomato. Um, those are doing really good, and I gotta start organizing what I'm bringing, what I'm taking. This is a hillbilly tomato, which fits me really well, being from Tennessee. But this little guy is so cute. So this is like a larger tomato. I'm trying to think. I might put him over here. So I have 3 garden beds. And I think they're ready. Like that's a good plant. You always wanna plant them pretty deep. So like yeah, he looks really tall now, but once I plant him, he gonna be itty bitty. I think I'm gonna plant him back here. What's so funny is we had a frost, and I literally stuck those, like I stuck 2 of the tomato plants that we found like in the sidewalk growing just out there, not covering it anything. They're fine. They didn't care. They didn't care about freezing weather or anything. They're tough. They're tough. Nice. Yay, plants. These are some of my favorite tomatoes. They are called orange hat tomatoes. They only get to be about this big, and they have a lot of fruit on top. They do pretty well. They're usually my first to kind of get ripped out of the garden, but I mean they produce a good long time. I mean, in my opinion. But I usually just line the garden with them because they're so small. They don't take up a lot of space at all. And I do have more dwarf tomatoes, so I might leave a space for them, because I want to. Oh man, I would love to do chickens and everything, but we can't where we're at. It's not allowed. Alright, we're gonna do that right there. Put a marigold right there. I have too many plants. Which, I mean, I have like 4 trays, and then there's more. There's more on the porch. But what can you do? Nothing. Let's see. Um, oh yeah, I have more crazy daisies. I have more porcupine plants. I have a lot of stuff going on. Okay. Let's start looking. Okay, this is an early cascade. Oh, bird pooped on this one. Probably more fertilizer. Okay, I need to find. This is only like they've been on the porch for a while, but they haven't been out in the sun. Ooh, this is a golden nugget. So this is gonna be a cherry tomato, but it's so happy. I'm so happy. So let's see. I think I might put this guy over here too. All my plants are looking at me like, can you give me water yet? No. Oh, don't you go by me, bee. You two people, you'll save me, right? They love that garden. I don't love it for me. I wish they like did something. They don't really pollinate that much. Oh, there's a butterfly. The butterfly can stay. I like the butterfly. I might get scared, you know, a little bit, but I'll be fine. Okay, I also need to research which ones. I'm not gonna plant my tomatoes just yet. I just need to make sure I'm leaving space for them. My other here you can kind of see on the porch. Huh, there's more. My other dwarf tomatoes, they have yellow tomatoes. That's really the only difference. But yeah, I love the orange hats. They're so cute. They're so cute. All right, so I'm gonna go over here. I definitely want to put some orange hats over here, and they do so well in like small spaces, um, which I like. They're good. They're good filler plants. Good filler plants. I have some other flowers that I'm planting in like other spaces, like pots. Okay, which is this? This is another hillbilly. What is this one? Oh, these have been a pain in the butt this year. And it's the Moscovich tomato. Don't know why. They had a lot of curl. They get stressed out really easily. Don't know what their deal is. Will I grow them again? No. Like, they're kind of annoying. That's another hillbilly tomato. I mean, this is why I grow so many though, that I kind of get to pick and choose which one. This is an early cascade tomato. Another smaller variety. Um, oh my goodness, you have 4 packing goats? That sounds exciting. Probably gonna do 2 tomato plants in this one. I think that's plenty of space because I'll put one over here and one over there, and then they'll have their basil to have fun with. Oh, and then I have literally zinnias everywhere. Last year was my first year growing zinnias, and I really liked them. They are so whimsical. Like, some of them are tall, some are short. There's so many different varieties, and just, I just like them. Okay, is this one? This is a golden nugget. Um, this is kind of in the same family as the sun gold tomato. I couldn't find a good deal on seeds on them, so I definitely went with the golden nugget variety this year. So I'm gonna have to take my pinwheels out. Also, Dollar Tree pinwheels and plastic forks really keep cats and most of the squirrels out. Keyword is most because they're pretty relentless. They are pretty relentless at times. And I'll probably have to adjust where I put these because this year we put drip irrigation in, so I'm gonna have to like feel around as I go. All right, what's this one? This is another early cascade, but it's a little smaller. Ooh, another hillbilly. I think this is a sign that I need to do 2 hillbilly plants. Um, let's see, between those 2. See, like this one has a funky leaf, but he grew out of it. Don't we all sometimes have a funky leaf we gotta grow out of? That one's not too bad. Man, I got a lot of hillbilly tomatoes. Wish you guys lived closer. I could just give you one. Okay, I'm probably going to do the hillbilly tomato over here. Since they seem like they want to be the strongest ones. Here. Guess I could do a pepper plant back there. Like once again, like this one grew in a sidewalk crack over winter. Over winter. Happy as can be. Crazy. Here's another one that grew in a like, and I literally ripped them up. Meanwhile, I have like grow lights and stuff inside. Why? Why? I think they did it on purpose to be mean to me. I think this was another one of those. Yep, another sidewalk tomato. All they are Chadwick cherries. They're Chadwick cherries. Trying to plan out where I have 2 more. I have 2 more orange hat tomatoes. So I'm trying to see where I could put them. Let's travel. Alright, I already have 2 over here, but I do have more growing. But like I said, you can really put them, you can pack them in. So, in here, and then I can always put one of the yellow ones over there. And I might do one here. Really interested to see how the plants react to the drip irrigation. I've kind of been testing it out, like how much water I need per watering, and it's been going pretty well. I also have mammoth sunflower seeds, and I tried to start them beforehand because last year I planted 800 sunflower seeds and got 2 because earwigs were terrorizing me and they were eating them all. So yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that this year again. So yeah, also have to find a place for that. And then I also planted in the back on the trellis will be a vining black-eyed Susan. Um, first year doing that. First year doing painted daisies, Alaskan mix. I have an early Boston pickler cucumber. I planted those seeds. You don't really want to plant like cucumber, squash, pumpkin, zucchini. You want to direct so that they don't like getting moved. I don't know why people like to grow them inside. I mean, they're fast growers. That's probably why. They're fast growers, so it's nice to look at. Oop, oop. So then I have these in here. But these aren't quite ready yet. So I have another dwarf tomato, and then I have early girls. I have the mammoth sunflowers that I might move out. Because, I mean, those, like, they never even got this big last year. And I have more golden nuggets, more sidewalk tomatoes. I have an Ace 55 tomato, but I don't know if it's ready to go out. It's also looking funky. It's looking funky. Yeah, a lot. And then I have the porcupine yellow. These are flowers. Um, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff going on. And then I'm going to, like, in each hole, um, for the plants, I'm going to do some worm castings. I was going to do blood meal too, but I don't want to add too much to the soil because I already put new cow compost in. I already put some, hold on, what's this stuff called again? This liquid humic acid. It's a soil replenisher. You're basically just kind of boosting the soil. And then we have lots of worms and stuff. And then the worm castings, like, I don't want to overload them. And then they just grow bushy and then don't fruit. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, lots of plants. Yeah, I'm going to just bring these out there. Like, if they live, they live. Like, the seeds were free. Um, so I have another little tray of them that are a little bigger, so maybe they might be stronger out there. Sometimes the bigger the plant is doesn't mean stronger, but I've never started sunflowers, you know, and then transplanted, so they might not make it. But I was just trying to give them a fighting chance because last year, like I said, all of them got eaten. And I read that, like, before they get these, like, fuzzy true leaves, that they're really tasty for bugs to eat and they're really soft, but once they get their true leaves, they're a little bit thicker and fuzzier, and then the bugs don't like it, I hope. If you are looking for natural pest control with earwigs and snails, I used this for snails last year, but this year I got the Sluggo Plus. It is certified for organic gardening, but this one says it deals with earrings, cutworms, sow bugs, pill bugs, slugs, and snails. So if you guys are looking for a natural, like, slugs are a big thing. I do see, like, the my dahlia was getting eaten alive, and I put this around the base, and then it stopped. So I think it works. You just have to reapply once it rains. But it's in my Amazon storefront if you want to look at that. Okay, so I might bring these outside. I kind of wanted to come in here and make sure I wasn't, like, majorly forgetting somebody. But I think we're good. I think. You never know. I'm literally gardening to avoid laundry. Like, I don't know how many parents are out there, but it's like you skip one day of doing laundry and now suddenly you have like 12 loads to do. Really? I only skipped one day. Okay, so let's take these little suckers outside. It's really hard to carry this and open the door. There's my $15 palm tree that I don't know how to take care of. Okay, back to crazy land out here. I also haven't figured out where I'm going to put my sunflower, but I think I might. I know they're heavy feeders, so they might have to go directly into the garden. Guess I could put it back in the corner, but then peppers are a heavy feeder too. Choices. I guess I could just stick them in the back and then, because they might need a little bit of support. So I could put them back here, and if this is all covered with flowers, it might look cool to have like a giant sunflower coming out. But then I'm afraid it's going to suck the nutrients out. So I also could put it in a grow bag or in a container with my zinnias, which I think that's what I might do. Okay, so over here is just pots. So I might put a sunflower in this little corner. That might be cute. And then I'll figure out the other ones later. Indecisiveness is required. Required. These plants acting like it's a million degrees outside when it's only like 77. This is the painted daisies. So they get like bushier. Um, and hopefully, ChatGPT was trying to tell me that they didn't flower the first year, but then I did more research and it was like, oh no, I got the ones that flower. So take that, ChatGPT. Thought we were friends. Okay, I think I need a daisy over here. At this point, I'm not going to have any room for anything. But that was the point. I was trying to do dense gardening this year. So I think I'll put one of my daisies over there. You just hope things do well, you know? Like, you go through all this effort, and I'm like growing all this stuff from seed, and then you're just like, I hope something happens. My strawberries have been doing good. We've gotten probably like 2 pints from them, just from that like small patch, and I haven't had any issue really with like bugs. So not in there. These were like supposed to deter pests as well. So they're just gonna get sprinkled in too. Might swap this that one. I got too many. I got too many, but plants are so fun and so cute. Like, if you can't, everyone has to try to grow a plant. I actually need to put a marigold with the cucumbers. There's a little baby one growing, right? There. Put a marigold over there. So marigolds, they don't make pests not come. They make the pests will eat the flower instead of your plants. So like some years they all get eaten and taken away, and then that's it. Like that was your flower. Like they served its purpose. All right. I need to find my ace. My ace 55. Are you one? Yeah. These I don't know. These I don't know. He's awfully curly. And usually, like, since they haven't been outside in dirt, it wouldn't be leaf curl virus. It's more like stress. And I think for some reason the varieties I picked this year really didn't like artificial sunlight. Like, they really perked up when I brought them outside. So, that was my bad, I guess, on that. So, yeah, marigolds are like decoy plants. Like, hey, eat this, not that. So, I learned that the sad way because I was like, wait, where'd all my flowers go? But then they left my tomatoes alone. And last year, I didn't put a lot in. I didn't put a lot of marigolds in, and I definitely noticed an increase of bugs. A lot. Alright, so this right here. See, I feel like I need more stuff back there if we're doing this dense gardening. And I might just plant another tomato plant in the back. This is another one. But this is not going to be a super long live. I was just popping in to kind of show you guys what's all been happening. I haven't had a lot of time to do lives. It's kind of the end of the school year and stuff, and it's kind of hit or miss if I can do stuff. Oh, this is an early cascade, and let's see, like, when I plant this, I'll take this off, and this off, and then you plant it. You don't want the leaves touching the dirt. So I'll probably plant it up to here, and all those tiny little hairs you see on a tomato plant, when you plant it deep enough, it can make more roots, and that's like the main thing you're gonna see like in your feed if you start looking up tomatoes and stuff, is plant them deep. And that is very good advice. Like, you need to plant them deep. Um, oh, I'm just gonna go put this in place just so I don't forget that I have it. Okay, that's an early cascade. So now I have a hillbilly over there. Hillbilly. I try to do, like, if I have a favorite one, I try to do one in each garden bed because there's probably a chance that two of them won't make it. And that's just the reality of it all. Um, yep, but anyways, I'm gonna get to planting all of these. Um, so I'll probably make a video of doing that. And then soon, we've been kind of doing spring cleaning. Who likes spring cleaning? I don't like spring, summer, fall, or winter cleaning. But anyways, we're doing spring cleaning. And we're trying to get the workshop up and running so then I could do woodworking projects. And make like name puzzles and everything with the scroll saw. So hopefully we'll be able to do that soon. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me and looking at plants. That's basically all I do now in my free time. But everyone have a good Tuesday. Goodbye.